today at DFH Stadium, the best of 5. So let's get right into here. Here we go. LSV being the blue team and Zave being the orange team here, as we kick it off going into game 1 of this best of 5 series. Zachy for Zave here with the kickoff in his favor. Looks like he's going to go for an easy shot. Double tap to his teammate, and it's in! 7 seconds in. A nice team play by Zave here to go up 1. Zachy with a nice touch off the backboard right to his teammate, Crazy Chris, to go up 1. 4:53 to go. Wow, what a way to start the game for Zave. Really setting the tone immediately. LSV really got to turn it up here. Crazy's going to take a shot on goal, and it's in! Crazy Chris, 2 goals in 12 seconds. The beautiful touch just to slot it top of the goal. Going up 2 with 12 seconds in. LSV really has to step it up here if they want a chance at making a comeback. And another kickoff in Zave's favor. Looks like Bubble's not going to get the touch on that. And SBC Tom's just going to give it right up to Chris, but Bubble's going to clear it off the backboard right into LSV's corner. Little 50 game here by Zach and Bubbles, and Lights Out's just going to hit it back into Zave's side backboard. Looks like Tom's going to try and take a shot here. Bubble's going to pass it middle for his teammate. Lights Out going to take a shot. It's not a hard one, so easy save for Chris here. We're going in. Tom not going to get the touch he wants. Didn't have the best control on that. Zachy gonna, guess, just fake it. Here comes Chris. Gonna take it up LSV's corners. Get a touch. Bubble's gonna clear it, though. Zachy should have the clear here. Looks like he's gonna hit it off the wall. 1v1 versus Lights Out. Lights Out is demoed. Zach is going to get beat by Bubbles, and LSV is attacking their side, but Chris gonna get a nice touch right out into their own territory once again. Lights Out gonna take a shot, not on target, and Zave just gonna take it from their corner. Nice 50 by Tom, but it's still cleared, and over half field line we go. Zachy's gonna rotate back for boost, and Tom's just gonna clear it again. A little bit of a back and forth game now that both teams have settled in. And Chris gonna take a shot on net. Tom with the nice save, and Zach going to hit it midfield. A bad double commit here by LSV, but I guess all works out. Bubbles gonna take his time here as Zach does whiff on that. Chris gonna beat Lights Out, but Tom's just gonna clear. Another back and forth here as Zachy's gonna take it from Zave's corner, but Lights Out with a nice 50, but no LSV player on it. Here comes Bubbles with a nice take up to the backboard, but immediately swatted by Zachy. Zachy, no boost, but he's going to flick it. And Tom's just there for the 50s. A lot of great 50s coming out in LSV's favor. And this could be dangerous, but all 3 LSV players aren't back, and Zach beats them all. And he's going to just cuxer it away. No Zave player there to be on that ball. Here comes Bubbles, just going to skim it back into Zave's corner. And I'm noticing here, a lot of the Zave players are very low on boost half the time, while LSV really taking over the boost game here. A bad double commit by LSV there, and Zach's just going to be able to slow it down immediately. Bubbles just going to take it. Yes, but once again, not every player on Zave's team has the boost. Bubbles going to go for a double tap, not there, and Lights Out will finish it. They will score LSV's first goal with Bubbles with a nice skim. Not really a skim. A missed double tap and a bad double commit here by Zave as Lights Out will score the open one. 1-2, 2:08 to go. Zave still up 1. Let's see if they can recover, and that's a great kickoff by Zave here. Looks like Zachy's going to go up for the shot. Bubbles, not the best touch in the world, but he still does have possession. Another double commit here by LSV. LSV needs to work on those double commits, and looks like Zave just needs to get good with the boost. Boost is their biggest problem here, as Chris, again, no boost. Going to get a great 50 on Lights Out. But Tom, another great 50 by Zachy. Wow. And it's just going to get over the half clear line when Zach is going to clear it once again. 2 Zachs on this team. Kind of awkward to know which one is which. But Bubble's going to clear it. And Zachy's there. That could be bad. It's like off the corner, but no Zave player besides Chris, who is again low on boost. Gonna take a shot at the net. A great save by Tom. Nice outlet pass to lights out to Bubbles, and Bubbles just not gonna get the shot he wants. And here we go, LSV really gonna keep it on their side a little bit, but no boost for Bubbles, and Tom goes up. Bad touch, giving it right up to Chris. Chris gonna take a shot. It was on target, but just a little too high here. Zaki is gonna, just cucks it from his corner and giving his team time to bane it towards the goal. That could be dangerous. Looks like Bubbles up though. And that's bad. Ooh, but crazy Chris with the whiff. Zach still's on that ball, but a bad double commit, but it is cleared here. Zaki shot on net and saved once again. LSV down 140 seconds to go, playing a great defensive half here. Lights out, gonna clear it to the corner. And Crazy Chris, not the best boost in the world, but he's gonna beat both of those players. Hey, here comes Bubbles. Bubbles, shot on net, ties the game with just under 30 seconds to go. Nice clear by Chris, but Bubbles was just there in time with a nice shot to tie the game here with just under 30 seconds to go. When they were down 2 with 12 seconds in, looks like they really rallied themselves up to not have a really bad 1-0 deficit in this series. Lights out gonna take it all the boost, but Zaki's gonna beat him there. But Bubbles, a lot of these players just throwing the ball away, not really getting all the touches they want. And looks like Tom's gonna take a shot, but Crazy Chris is going to be there to save it. Here comes Bubbles. A nice 50 though, but not all the boost in the world. Zaki's gonna touch it. Chris gonna take a shot and denied here. Zach, not any boost. Tom, shot on net, that could be dangerous. And Tom with the 1 second, not the 1 second, the 0 second goal when they were just down 2-0 with 12 seconds. What a shot. No Zave player was expecting that. And LSV takes game 1 of this series. Wow, what a game 1 to really set the tone of this series when Zave went up 2-0 with just 12 seconds into the game, and LSV makes the greatest comeback that they could have ever imagined for this game. LSV will take game 1, 3-2, 1-0 in this best of 5 series. I really have been noticing that the boost factor for Zave is not all that they could need. They need more boost, but LSV really just taking all the boost here, really not letting them get any of it. And as we come back into game 2, where looks like we have a little card change for Zach. Maybe this will help him. And here we are, game 2 of this best of 5 series. Looks like it's already on Zave's side here. Zach gonna get the clear off. Oof. And that's, wow. Not a lot to say right there. Triple commit by Zave with the counterattack by Lights Out. A nice pass off the glass by Tom, and just a bad triple commit by Zave here. Going down 1, just 11 seconds in. And here we are. LSV takes a 1-0 lead with 11 seconds. Looks like they're going to try and take another attack here. A great 50 by Tom. Bubbles is up, going for the double. Gets the reset, not there. Lights Out. Oh, and a nice defensive stop here by Zave. Looks like Zach's going to take it off the wall. Not going to have all the great boost factor he could need here. Looks like it's just going to be swatted away. Zaki not going to get any touch on that ball, but Chris will clear it, and it's just over the half-field line. Tom's just going to clear it back and forth here already in this game, too. Another, as this series is, Clash of the Titans. Zach not, oh, he just whiffs the ball. Crazy Chris going for the double, and wow, Crazy Chris, 33 with the double tap to take the first goal of game 2 for Zave Esports. 1-1, 4:09 to go. Wow, what a nice double tap by Chris. And here we are, just over the 1 minute mark of this game. Zach, you're not going to get the touch on that, but Chris will take possession. Bubbles going to go for the 50. Chris with his 50s is really good, just the boost factor. Zach is going to take a shot on net, but Tom is right where it is. Looks like Bubbles going to clear it half field. Going for a sidewall, not going to get it though. Zaki, not the best touch in the world, and Tom's going to go for it, but Chris, no boost at all. Not going to get that. And Zach, another whiff. couple of whiffs here we've seen by Zach. Bubbles going up, going for the double, not going to get it, and no LSV player is there to get the counterattack by a double commit on Zave's side. Zach looks like he's going to go for the pop, going to try and get it there. Not going to get shut down immediately, though. Zacky's going to take it. Again, shut down immediately, but we are still on this half of the field. Zach, not with the best favor, or best 50 in his favor, and a triple commit here. And the save at the goal line by Chris. Chris going to take a shot on net, but Bubbles, that was just right where his car was. Bubbles going to get a nice Zen touch. Going to go deep, go for the low play, but going to get shut down immediately. Lights out, going for a bad double commit. Crazy Chris. No Zave player has boost, so they're going to have to immediately retreat from that. And Zachy with a nice clear just to get it over half. And oh my goodness, here comes Zachy. Another no boost attack by Crazy Chris. Looks like he's going to have a tactical whiff with no boost. Another 50. Zach's up. Looks like he's going to go for just a one touch right to Zach. Zach, shot on net. Going to get saved by two LSV players. Bad double commit that is luckily saved at the goal line. Chris going to take it up the wall here. Going to just pass it out to his teammate, Zach. Zach, another whiff here. Not going to need... He's going to need a counterattack on those whiffs. Ooh, Zachy beats two of them, but gets shut down by Bubbles, who was the last man back. If Bubbles didn't get that, that could have been a great open net for Zave Esports. Another great 50 by Chris. Chris is just 50ing these guys so well. Oh, a bad double commit here by Zach and Zachy. But all is well as Zachy will take possession from the bad touch. Zachy going up with the ball. Gonna get one touch, maybe two. A nice pinch right over Tom, but not Bubbles. Lights out will shut it down. Zach gonna pass. No, he's gonna go for a solo play. Not the best idea in the world. Now Zachy he could have taken it from his backward. Looks like he's just gonna pinch it away, not having all the boost in the world. Again, Zave really needs to get on this boost factor here, as Zachy's gonna clear into their back corner, the safest spot it could be right now. But Lights Out is gonna take a nice shot on net, gonna get denied. Another bad double commit. This could be bad. Tom up with the shot. Wow, what a dish by Bubbles for Tom just to be there. That could have been a really bad double commit, but all works out as Bubbles just dimes up Tom for the nice bounce in for LSV to take a commanding 2-1 lead in this game with 1:10 to go here. Tom with the kickoff in his favor. This could be open. And Zach almost owned goals, but it does not fall. Another bad double commit by LSV. Zave really has to get up on this if they even want a chance at trying to force overtime here. Zach, another bad whiff, but Chris does beat both of the LSV players, and looks like he's going to beat Bubbles too. Looks like he's going to pass it out. Zach, no! Zachy, not knowing that he was going to pass it to him. That was not the best play in the world, but he's going to take a shot on net. Might bounce in, off the backboard. Crazy, gets denied by Tom. A nice defensive stop here with just 30 seconds left in this game. Chris, going to try and take a power shot. Going to go for the corner. Is anybody there? No. Zachy, taking possession. This could be bad. Here comes Zachy. One touch, not any boost. Two touch, three touch. Chris is there. The goal is open, but no Zave player is there. Just over 10 seconds here. Zach gets the shutdown. No boost. Here comes Crazy. Going for a last play to hopefully tie this game up. Gonna get the touch, and it will be denied, and that could be game. Zachy keeps it alive here. Going for a shot on net. Off the backboard, and it is not in. LSV takes a commanding 2-0 lead in this best of 5, putting Zave on match point. Here we are. A great game played by both sides, but LSV pulls away with it last second by some bad double commits on Zave's part, and the boost management on LSV is really hurting all of Zave. And I think we're having a little bit of discussion for LSV and Zave to pull this series all Zave really needs is just some boost and some not double committing on every play. Bad double commits by all of Zave here. Zachy does get the kickoff in his favor. Here comes Zach going up. Zach does get to touch beats two of the players. Chris, a great 50. It looks like Zach should just be able to slow it down here, but Bubbles is back in time. Zach gonna get beat to the ball. Looks like Zachy's going up trying to get a stop. He does get that stop. He's just gonna clear it down towards LSV's corner. Now they're really playing this part of the game. Chris gonna try and take a shot, but it's gonna get denied. Zachy just clears corner, setting up his teammates. While no LSV players, that could be a pop for Zachy. Zachy not back in time, not gonna get the touch he wants, but Zach should be there for the 50 as he is, and that's falling down crazy. Chris could take a shot. He's gonna take a shot, but he's gonna be denied by Bubbles, and LSV takes possession, heading in. Bubbles from the ceiling gets shut down by Zachy. Zachy going for it, trying to get the 50 on Lights Out. Lights Out gonna shut him down. He's gonna beat Zach to the ball. Chris and Zachy both back. Chris does take Zachy's boost. Zachy is out of boost here, and this could be bad. That's a shot on net, but Zach is back in time, and Chris gonna clear it downfield. Here we are. Lights Out gonna clear it, but Crazy is there. That's off the glass. Bubbles just gonna dish it right to Zach. Zach's not gonna get the most power that he wants on that ball. Looks like Zachy's just gonna bump Lights Out off of that ball here, as Chris no boost, as we've seen a lot in this series. Tom gonna pop it. Zach shut that down immediately. Zachy has a chance to take it. Lights Out, another great 50 to not put them in a terrible spot, as we're coming into the 3:30 mark of this game and nobody has scored. Here comes Lights Out. They're just keeping it in Zave's corner. Zach with a nice 3 saves on LSV, and that's a bad touch. That's a good pass to Zach, but Zach, not all the boost in the world he could have imagined. Now he has it. Looks like he's just driving around on the wall here. Let's Chris take possession as Zach clears it, but Chris not there in time. Chris gonna take it from LSV's corner and gets shut down immediately. Bubbles heading the other way with it. I am seeing a lot more boost management here by Zave as Zachy on the 1v2. Looks like he's going to try and take a shot. He fakes him. Wow, Zachy with the fake shot on net to take the first goal of Game 3 on match point. Tom thought he was going to go for a flick here, but not going to get that flick that he could have saved. Zachy with a great fake here to go up 1, 2:54 to go as LSV just gives the ball to Zachy. Zachy's going to go for another one. Zachy beats one. Oh, and it's just off the crossbar. Wow, Zachy could have really taken control of the game here if he had just had that. Looks like Chris not going to get the best touch until that one right there. Zachy playing a little bit of safe here. Looks like Lights Out's just going to give it to him a little bit too hard on the shot. Zach should be back in time to go grab this ball, as he will. Looks like he's going to try and 50 Lights Out. He does. Just gets it right over the half-field line, as Zachy goes for a nice clear towards the net. Here comes Zach going to take a shot on net. Lights Out is there for the save on the goal line. Lights Out, no boost, but looks like Zachy is going to take it. Looks like he's going for a pass mid. Chris, no boost once again. Zach should be able to take it. Not the touch he needs. Giving Bubbles possession while no Zave players have any boost. But Chris, you know him for his 50s. A nice underplay by Lights Out, faking Zachy, but that's bad. Zach gonna take the shot on net. Tom might be there. He is there. Zachy looks like he's just gonna give it back. Just play some time here, as Tom's gonna try and go for the 50. As Chris gets a great 50. Once again, another amazing 50, as Lights Out's just gonna give it to Zachy. Zachy beats Tom. That could be bad. Zachy with the 2 goals, taking command of match point, down 2-0. This could be game-changing, even series-changing for Zave, as they go up 2-0 with just over 1 minute and 31 seconds to go. Now LSV does get the kickoff. Looks like Bubbles gonna go for a nice shot. Bubbles, 1 touch, 2 touch, reset, shut down by Zachy. Another Zachy really taking control of this game. Not going to be able to get to that ball. No boost on the play. Tom, not the touch he needs. Zachy, pop middle. Zach gets beat, but Chris should be able to take possession here, as he does. No boost. Chris going up for the ceiling. Shot on net. Saved at the goal line by Tom. That could have been really bad for LSV, as we are coming into the 1 minute mark of this game. Bubbles beats Zachy. Looks like it's a 1v2 here. Chris clears. Once again, Lights Out off the roof. Coming in for the clear, a Nice touch by Zach with Chris just being there for it. Chris gonna take possession. Looks like he's just gonna play time. No boost. Beats Tom. Here comes Zachy and Zach, both in the back corner here. Lights out, pop middle, but Zachy's just gonna shut it down immediately as we're coming in to the final 30 seconds of this game. Zachy could have had a shot on net. Here comes Chris, pop in the middle. Zach going for the shot. Shot denied by Lights Out at the goal line. They really needed that. Here comes Bubbles going the other way with it, trying to go up for one goal. Shut down immediately by Chris. 17 seconds left in this match point stunner here. Zachy takes it. Looks like Lights Out's gonna beat him. Zach should be there. That could be on target. Looks like it's just off glass. No, it's in! Zach seals the game. That could be the dagger here in match point of this wonderful 50 Zach has to go up 3. 5 seconds left. That could be GG's for game 3 here. And Zach does just give it up to Tom, but not much LSV can do. As Zave Esports, Zachy's just gonna take it off the corner. Zave Esports, we're down 2-0, and we'll take the game 3 stunner. 3-0. Zave wins match point and series 2-1. Here we are, Zave, not out yet. That could have been a bad sweep, not really what Zave wants for this preseason, trying to get themselves on the map here. What a game Zave played. Zachy, MVP as deserved. 2 goals, just playing this. Zach with a nice 3 saves to just deny all of LSV's attacks. And Chris with a save and 2 shots on net here. As LSV had lots of great saves, lots of shots on net, but just couldn't get the shots to fall. And here we are, game 4 of this series to 5. Zave down 2-1 here to LSV. And as we go into this game 4, we are expecting LSV to just pull this series away. But Clash of the Titans here in this preseason matchup, as Chris just going to give it up to Tom. Tom, very strong touch here. Does get the accidental bump on one. Zachy going to give it right to him. Lights out to Bubbles. Bubbles beat. Oh, and if he did not get that touch, that would have been right into the net. Tom gets the full boost back. Nobody is back in net until the bad double commit by LSV here. Zachy gonna clear it just off the backboard, putting it back into their net. Zach just gonna, looks like Zachy's gonna fake. That's a shot on net, and that is in. What a 50 by Bubbles to slot it right into the middle of the goal. 4:28 to go. LSV leads 1-0. Not what Zave was expecting here at this game 4, hoping to get the reverse sweep. That is not what Zave is wanting for this series. That Zachy's going to take a shot on net. All 3 players are just back for LSV. Really just setting the tone for the defensive. Looks like Zach shot on net, and that's free pickings for Tom. He's going to clear it to their own corner, but Crazy going to dime up Zachy. But Bubbles is there. Looks like LSV is not letting up now as they take control. Here comes Crazy. Shot on net. Crazy Chris with 4 minutes on the dot ties the game with a great 50 by Zach, and Crazy just being in the right spot at the right time to tie this game with 4 minutes to go here in this game 4 match point. As that could fall into the net. Looks like Bubbles gonna take a nice shot. Saved by Chris. The ball was halfway in the net. Tom, shot on net, denied by Chris again. Chris playing the best defense he could possibly play in this game. Bubbles pops. Zach denied at the goal line once again. Zachy takes possession. Tom looks like he's gonna beat him, but both of Zave's players are back. Tom's not gonna get that touch. Crazy, no boost again. Here comes Zachy, just gonna clear it. Takes the ball from Zach. I noticed that both the Zachs here are not playing kind of ball with each other. Ball hog or die, I guess. Oh, and here comes shot on net. Zachy and Zach again, both up for that. Bubbles, shot on net. Oh, and it's just off the glass. Crazy, wave dash, demoed. Lights out. Not going to get the touch. Back passing, hopefully. Tom not in the right spot. And here comes Zave pushing the other way. Zaki goes up from the wall. One touch, going for the pitch, and it's denied by Lights Out, but Zach is back, could be there for the clear. Looks like he's gonna try and challenge Bubbles here, who is mainly the main scorer for LSV here, as it is once again on LSV's side, but Bubbles takes it off the backboard, going for it. Tom's almost there for the counterattack. Looks like Zaki's just gonna give it to Lights Out. Lights Out's gonna go for a nice play here, but 50'd once again by Chris. Zach, shot on net. Tom should be back in time. What a 50. It's on net. Lights Out clears. That could have fallen in 100% if any Zave player was there on net. And here comes LSV pushing it the other way. Zaki clears. Lights Out just there again. Another back and forth matchup here in this preseason stunner as Lights Out takes a shot on net and Zach there for the save. Zach really playing all of defense for Zave Esports here in this stunning game 4. Tied with just under 2 minutes to go here as Chris clears on target. Bubbles should be there for the easy backboard save. Looks like it's popped to Zaki though. Zaki not gonna get the touch he needs. Here comes Bubbles. 18 boost. Going for a musty. Dish to Lights Out. Lights Out shot on net. Zaki saved at the goal line. And here comes Zach, no boost. Zaki going for a nice pop to his teammate, Chris. Nobody's back in time. This could be bad. Zach, no boost. Oh, and not the bounce Bubbles was hoping for here. Takes a shot on net. Zaki clears. Zaki, shot on net. Saved by Lights Out. Chris, pop, middle. Looks like Lights Out should be able to clear that. Zach, off the backboard. And Zaki and Zach both went for that ball. A sidewall here by Bubbles, pushing the other way. Just over a minute to go here. Zach looks like he's gonna beat Tom, and Bubbles should be able to take possession here. Up to the roof, going for the reset. Couldn't get it out of my mouth. Here comes Zaki, going for the clear to LSV's corner. Backboard, possession. Bubbles clears. Zach should be there. Looks like he's gonna try and stay on the ball. Bubbles clear off the backboard. Looks like the outlet pass should be there for Tom. No, not the boost he could be wanting for. Bubbles shot on net, but denied by Chris. What a play here. That's on target. That could fall in. It's off the crossbar. Zave got real lucky with this one. 30 seconds to go. Game 4 of the series here as a back and forth matchup coming in. Zach clears. Bubbles with the shot. Fakes one. Pop. Zaki there to save once again. Here we are. Zaki, no boost. Gonna go for the 50. Bubbles beats. Here we are. Crazy Chris could have one more possession. Beats Bubbles. Nobody's back for Zave. Zach clears. 1 second left. This could go to overtime. Tom beats. No LSV player is back. And overtime we have here. Game 4 of this matchup. Match point. Here comes Zach. Clears. Taking a shot on net. Gonna 50 Bubbles. What a 50. No Zave player there. And a nice clear from Bubbles. Zaki gets beat by Lights Out. Lights Out. Not gonna get the roof touch he wants. Here comes Lights Out. Shot on net. Chris gives it to Up. Crazy Chris is back in time. Not in Chris's house today. Zach, touch, beats Lights Out. Here comes Bubbles, pushing all the boost in the world he could have. Here comes Zaki, though. Gonna shut it down once again here for Zave Esports. Then it's just over the half field line when Zach going for the tactical whiff. Here comes Bubbles. One touch, but that should be shut down immediately by Zach. Zach with 3 saves here in this overtime stunner as we're coming into 45 seconds of overtime here. And as Crazy Chris should be able to clear it. That's a shot on net. Zaki just backflips to save his teammate's shot. Here comes Zaki, though, off the glass. Looks like it's a waterfall down. 50 by Chris and Tom. Little bit of bumping action there. And that's a shot on net. I don't think any player's back, but Zaki is there. I eat my words once again. Here comes Zaki clearing it to the corner. No boost. Just going to give it to Bubbles. Bubbles not really with any shot on net. Saved by Chris with Bubbles taking a shot on net. And Zach going to go for the 50. A nice 50. Good waterfall down perfectly for Zave Esports. Bubbles from the back. One touch. Here it comes. Reset. Beats Zaki. Here it is. Zaki, another bad touch. That could be bad. Shot on net. Zaki denies it. No boost, no problem. Bubbles, sidewall, shut down once again. Crazy Chris and all of Zave Esports playing the best defensive possession they could ever have. Shot on net, Zach not gonna get the power he needs. Bubbles, open net here, beats one, no players back. Chris, another defensive stunner. All of Zave Esports playing the best they could possibly play here on match point. Chris, once again, nice save here. Bad double commit though. No low boost for every player but Zachy. Zach gonna go up. That's bad. Gives it right up. Zachy saved at the goal line. Once again, 2:18 to go as most of the ball is being played on Zave Esports side. Chris, shot on net. It is good! On match point, the overtime stunner, the dish from Zach, the bad touch from Bubbles, and the shot by Chris to not go down, to not lose this series 3-1 as we force a game 5. Zave looking for that reverse sweep here, really setting the tone. And wow, 700 points for Chris and Zave. 5 saves from both Zachy and Chris, and 3 from Zach, as we have 2 goals from Chris, really just setting the tone of this matchup here. LSV, Bubbles really leading the pack by over half of his teammates' points, as they need to step it up if they do not want to get reverse sweeped in this matchup. Here we are. Game 5, where the history books of preseason is made, as we come in, Zave looking for the reverse sweep, and LSV looking to shut it down after going up 2-0 in this series here. As we kick it off, Game 5, kickoff in Lights Out in LSV's favor. Lights Out, no boost. Looks like he's just going to try and pop it, but Zach and Chris are there. That's a shot on net once immediately. Not the best touch. Oh, what a save! Zach, there! Tom shuts it down. That could have been bad for LSV, but the great defense by LSV. Zach, shot on net, denied once again. Looks like both Zachy and Chris were going to go up for that, but realized they could not get to that ball. Zach is just going to go right to Zach here. Zach going to try and get the touch. Going to get beat by Bubbles. No boost. Zach, pop middle. Looks like he's going to try and not going to get the touch he needed there. Here comes Chris, going to pop it into LSV's corner with all 3 players there. Bubbles clears. Looks like he's going to try and bump him off the ball. Zach shut down. Bubbles attack immediately. Zach going in. Shot off the backboard. Chris off the backboard. Will Zachy be there to finish it? No, he will not. Zachy going to be playing back on defense. Looks like he's going to fake Bubbles shot on net. Crazy Chris blocked by Chris here. Just off the backboard. Bubbles, reset. Gonna get the touch here, but should be able to get shut down by Zach immediately, but Lights Out's there, and Zach clears back into the corner as we are coming into just over 3:40 in this matchup. Chris shot on net, that could fall. Bubbles should be back in time. Almost own goaling. Zachy, pop, middle, bad double commit. Looks like Zach going up, gets the pop, shot on net! Shut down immediately by Tom with the backboard defense here by LSV. Zachy beats 2 players. Zach there in time. Shot on net. Looks like Zachy's going to take for a solo play here. Not going to get the touch he needed to get it middle for his team. Crazy Chris, 50 on net. Zach, shot on net. Could be slotted. Lights Out. Another backboard defensive stop here by LSV. 3 minutes on the dot to go in this game 5. Of a lot of the ball being played on LSV's side here, but still the boost management is on their side. Crazy Chris shot on net, saved by Bubbles once again at the goal line. Zachy going for the double tap waterfall, not gonna get it. Bubbles and all of LSV playing really good defense as Bubbles has the open net, could take possession. Nobody's there, it's off the crossbar. Tom not gonna get there in time. Crazy Chris beats one, and oh my goodness, that could have been really bad for Zave here. As nobody's back, Zachy off the backboard, Lights Out, there. Here comes Zach, coming in. Crazy Chris off the corner once again. Looks like Lights Out should be there, but not the best touch in the world. Double commit here by Zave as he's going to recover. Lights Out's going to recover and send it but Zach immediately shuts it down. He might get the touch he needs, but Tom shuts him down immediately. A bad double commit by Zave, but it all works out as one's demoed. Looks like they should be able to just give the ball to Zach. Zach, low boost though. Could beat lights out on the 50 here. Going to. Zachy is still on that ball somehow. Going to clear it. Bubbles. Reset. Beats Zach, but is demoed. That's a shot on net. Could be off the roof and in. Waterfall. Touch. Zachy. And it's in! Zachy for Zave Esports with just over 132 to go in this game 5 stunner. Just in off the top of the crossbar, off the side of the crossbar, and into the goal we go. Zave Esports not gonna get shut down tonight. That's a shot on net once again. Lights out, saves it though. Zach clears it up the wall for Chris. Chris, great 50 here. Looks like they're really trying to take possession in this game now, not letting LSV anywhere back in sight. Zach, great 50, but Bubbles is up for the play. Here comes Zachy. Gonna get the touch. Beats Tom off the backboard. Nobody's there. Zach should be able to have the time. Gets beat though. And Chris, low boost. Once again, still gonna get that touch. Shot looks like it's a little too high, but Zachy's gonna get the stop so it doesn't bounce. Zach does just put it right middle, but that's another take by Zave. Not gonna get it there in time. Zachy 50. Nobody's back. Pop to his teammate. Zach is there for the 50. Is Crazy gonna be there in time? Bubble shuts it down on the backboard immediately. 40 seconds to go in this game. Zachy takes possession. Looks like Tom's gonna be able to shut it down immediately. A lot of back and forth after Zave's one goal here. Big bump by Tom. Zach there in time. Bubble's gonna take from his backboard here. Up the wall. Zach trying to be there. Bad double commit, but Crazy Chris takes possession. Under 30 seconds to go. Zave looking for the reverse sweep. It's open. Nobody's there in time. And looks like LSV's going to clear it back downfield. 15 seconds to go. Nobody's back on the net. Zachy off the crossbar, and nobody's there. Zach's going to clear it. Just under 10 seconds to go. Zachy not going to go for the ball. Looks like he's going to try and play it safe here. And, oh, it could be an own goal. Saved at the goal line. And that's a save. This could be the game here. This could be the game. And it will be. Zave completes this reverse sweep of the lifetime here in preseason week 2. Zave coming in clutch. Zachy taking control of this series with Chris's 50s and all of Zave's defense. Wow, what a game, what a series. And these two teams will be
And hello everyone for the final, the closing, the penultimate series of tonight. You're joined by the caster Ufen. Now, I'm not going to go into semantics before the games. We are on a tight schedule tonight, so please grab your popcorn, grab your slippers, come on in, sit down, and once we get our players piling up into the lobby, I'll get us in there as well to observe the greatness prepared for us by Team Galactic and Team Hydra in today's bout. Players are piling up. Let's get into this. Well, after today's exciting games, a series ending in a sweep and then a series going the entire way, all the way to 5 games, and being just as engaging as anything you can imagine, I hope sincerely from the bottom of my heart that this series will provide less entertainment, but still enough to satisfy everyone in the crowd. We have on Team Hydra Woke Tempo, a good friend of mine, know him from a few different organizations, leagues, then PC Scripts, and the captain of Team Hydra, Kame Neutron. Then, on the opposite side, Team Galactic, we have the fortune of meeting players such as Like a Pump, Nobody, and Senti. Now, as you get underway in the first minute of the game, as I said, it is... Oh. Apologies for a small mistake here. As we get the correct logos in, Barrel has decided not to be a nice cookie to me today. My apologies. Barrel sometimes does like to does like to get on my nerves most of the time. Now, since we're back and we have everything nice, good, all and sorted, we can get into the action yet again. I'm just stunned by what's been happening around the league tonight in this second week of preseason, as nobody stuns my Yap session with a beautiful goal of a misplay here by PC Scripts. A nice direction by Soccer Pump, and that's just a tap-in. You know, you can accuse Messi, you can accuse Haaland if you're, a European sports fan. You can accuse them of tapping in, but nobody can accuse, well, nobody of tapping in, as he does what he needs to provide his team that little edge in this series. Now, as you're tied 1-1, the game looks to be pretty even. I'm not seeing any big differences in here. Again, we have two team compositions that have been worked on intensively and extensively by their captains. Tempo almost being able to slot it in, but denied by the crossbar. These teams, like, it's just the cream of the crop, creme de la creme, whatever you else want to imagine, and PC Scripts almost adding a highlight clip onto that, Cam Neutron finishing a triple commit from the defense of Galactic. They're almost saving it, but to no avail as we get this series underway on the right foot for Team Hydra. Sentinel on ball, sending into the corner. Cam Neutron there to neutralize, nobody. Send high into the corner. Tempo. Senti again, trying to get a nice gathering clutch. PC Scripts able to challenge, just a bump here on Senti. Cam Neutron able to double. PC Scripts takes it from him, and for good reason, as he slots it into the back of the net. Hydra up 3-1. Like, there is a lot to be told here about these teams. We can see that the players are trying their hardest here. It's preseason. Like, you don't have to go here and show everyone your 100% on the pitch, but the players that do and do it well, are they a pleasure to watch. PC Scripts on the ball now. Tempo may be able to gather a nice team pinch there by Team Galactic. Sent it up. Cam Neutron there to neutralize, gets the touch out, Psycho Pump gathers. Nice challenge for Tempo. Who's on it? Nobody. PC Scripts, good challenge. Tempo gets it back into Team Galactic's corner. up high, maybe pass up, down to Kami. Ooh, near miss, but PC Scripts able to gather bounces off post, but Kami gets the tap in yet again. The synergy coming out of Team Hydra tonight is just amazing. Like, I'm out of words here. Again, they have a stacked roster. A player on their team I tried to personally negotiate for before. In Vogue Tempo, you can see that their team really does have the assets necessary to win and to be a dominant team. Even in the power rankings, they've been doing quite well. Neutron almost proving me right yet again, but Sentry denying. PC Scripts, send up high, nobody. We're challenging Vogue Tempo with a beautiful demo, nobody clearing. Kami. Send with an easy clear back into Kami, his 0 boost can't do much with it. PC Scripts, a bang into the corner, maybe Tempo can collect over Psychopomp into... Ooh, Senti clears into the post, nobody. Nobody clearing out Kami, may be able to gather here. He has time, does he have the boost? He does. Gets challenged by Senti, but a nice clear out to Scripts, who gets there first. Over Psychopomp. Nobody has a little time in the corner to gather his step. Vogue Tempo challenges nicely. Bags it into the other corner here. Nobody now with the ceiling set up. To no avail, but it's a beautiful pass. Oh my god, it's a beautiful pass to Senti, who just skims it into the net. Unfortunately, it didn't go in without the bounce, but that crossbar, top down, bar down, just immaculate. What a shot. Kick off now. Less than 1 minute remaining in game 1 of this beautiful best of 5 series. Nobody again off the ceiling. Neutron here gathering. Nobody. Vogue Tempo. Tempo on the ball. Ooh, unable to get the double there. Nobody clearing up. Maybe a Psychopomp play again. No, Scripts takes it. Senti. Then 0 corner high. Tempo able to clear with a pinch of Senti. Nobody there for Team Galactic in the corner together. Nice send out by Psychopomp, able to get the mid boost. PC Scripts on it, almost fumbles the position. PC Scripts up the wall. Senti. Unable to get the double, running out of boost. Mid-air, Psychopomp with the finish. Unable to get over Kami, and that's sent there by Team Hydra players. Could have ended up in net, but I don't think anything else will happen, as nothing will. We close out game 1 4-2 for Hydra. Let's have a quick look at the stats here. I mean, hey, what else do you expect here from the team captain, Neutron? 700 points, what a performance. From him, 3 goals, being the most efficient and dominant goal scorer in game 1. That's going to be a no shadow, thank you. Easy Scripts performing well, edging out almost all players on the opposing team. Vogue Tempo filling his role to the T, being that person who just, kind of passes stats, but also adds formidable talent to the roster here. We're seeing a switch of players on the Team Galactic side. We're going to have Psychopomp and Nobody being switched by Boltend and Scrub. Hopefully this little team switch here brings something new, brings a little spark into Team Galactic's heart as they go down in game 1. We are going to have our players piling the field soon. And as we go into game 2 now with our players here, the team change done by Team Galactic. Hopefully this new roster, hopefully it brings something positive to them. Boltend for Psychopomp, Scrub for Nobody. This change to some might seem radical. To others, I'm not well acquainted with these rosters. Haven't played them myself, haven't been around to see their development, haven't been around there to see their chemistry develop the way people would. But let's give it a chance. Let's not be a little too harsh too early. Let's not jump the gun, as they say. NBC Scrub able to gather the ball here for Galactic. Senti with possession now. Brings it in the wall. Vogue Tempo awkward, but gets a nice touch. Follows it. Up Bolton. A nice 50 out mid for Kami. No boost. Tries to pop it up high. Senti. into the corner. PC Scripts with a nice bang and double commit on defense. Bolt End actually gets out, going the opposite direction of the ball's travel. Then they bang out into the opposing corner. Scripts gets a nice 50, unable to collect himself. Bolt End just game ends Scripts. Here Tempo with a pinch out. Scrub unable to get a soft touch on that one. Sente going for a double, does not get it, bounces out to Scrub. Bolt End. Little awkward, Tempo can challenge, leaving Neutron in a unfavorable position here. Bolt End down to Sente, a little miscommunication there by Team Galactic. Kami up. Over Sente, PC Scripts. Ooh, Scrub gets there, Tempo, a nice challenge from him. Kami left alone on the ball, something you don't want to happen. Sente remedies that fast. Scrub on. Scripts, Kami. Kami bang up high, left Sente. Bolt End in an awkward position there, flick up high by Kami. PC unable to finish, but Tempo, ooh, just slightly off there. Of the post, Bolt End able to clear into the corner for Kami Neutron. Maybe we'll see some aerial magic here. Bolt End with an aerial challenge. Tempo now. Sente. Ooh, PC Scripts almost sends it into his own net there of an awkward flip. PC Scripts challenges, Bolt End gets the better of him. Kami Neutron misses the ball. Someone out mid. Ooh, an unfortunate friendly fire bump there. Bolt End into Sente, sending the ball out. Kami. Bolt End down. Unable to do anything with that possession, not getting the flip needed. Walk Tempo with a perfect shot. Unable there to slide it. Kami. No boost, but still gets something done. Sente saves. Sente out to Bolt End. Awkward. I mean, folks, first game was a scoring bonanza. Now we've gone over half of the allotted time here, and we have not seen a single solitary goal here. Something must have definitely changed on Team Galactic's side. They're holding the line much better here with the substitutions happening all across the board. Bolt End able to perform his role as team captain. Sente with a beautiful save yet again. The defensive performance out of Sente tonight is just generational. At this point, I wouldn't call it anything less. He's been there for every single save. Call him Prime Neuer. If you want, or Buffon, Gianluigi. We go into Sente, maybe a team pinch there from Scrub. Ooh, that would have been a clanger. Goes Scrub again, clearing out. PC Script's unfortunate touch there. Tempo able to clear back into the corner. Scrub. Tempo back on it. Bolt End gathering, unable to put it on net. Blue team now has a little time to get something here. Walk Tempo unable to get that flip reset off the wall or any shot either. Kami beat on the 50 Sente. Scrap able, ooh, unable to get the bump he wanted. Scripts following, nice 50 there of Bolt End. Kami with the slap, ooh, unfortunate denial by the crossbar. Kami able to maybe remedy his actions, unable their Tempo to slide it in. He scripted a decent challenge there, warning of Sente. All around, Scrab, ooh, that's an unfortunate touch there, but no Hydra players there to collect the loose ball. Scripts. Kami Neutron. Scrub. Ooh, a mistouch. PC Scripts. Ooh, after those. You can call it a fake from Kami, but you cannot call it a fake there from Scrub, as he unfortunately here backflips tactically, of course. And the ball falls into Hydra's hands. Up 1, 44 seconds left. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the lowest scoring affair of tonight. It's just an incredible defensive performance from both teams here. Again, Sente leading the charge for Team Galactic. And I do believe it's a shared effort over there on Team Hydra. There was no one outstanding performance in their net. Maybe now Tempo here to prove me wrong. Bring that little European flair into Hydra's roster. Scripts now on the ball again. Scrub. Bolt End. A nice end by Bolt End, but Tempo counters Sente's shot. Be a nice clear by Tempo. Kami up for it. Gets it out. Tempo unable to follow there. Bolt End. Team Hydra kind of doubled up on each other. Maybe they won't be able to get back. Scripts clears into the corner. Bolt End. Balls up high. Scripts is 0. Kami Neutron able to get there. Sente on net. That falls in, and PC Scripts lets it go down. We close out game 2 1-0 for Team Hydra. Let's have a quick look at the stat sheet here. Again, as I said, this game has been more of a defensive performance, more of a low-scoring, high-tactic affair. We see even Kami getting outperformed after dropping that 700 bomb first game by PC Scripts, who has rightfully earned that number 1 spot on their leaderboard with that one game-saving goal. Sente 334. Beautiful. Beautiful points here. And as I'm seeing the fans go ahead and announce it for me, I do believe there is potential for... No, don't let me cast a curse you. That's anything but a cast a curse here. But potentially this series might be ending sooner rather than later. We're most likely seeing a team switch here or a card change with Sentir departing the pitch for a few seconds. What are we seeing here? Okay, we are indeed seeing another roster change here, and maybe a card change from Senti over there, letting the players pile up on the pitch, or what is happening here. We have the players ready in the lobby, but they're not piling the pitch. Let me just see what's going on. Okay, they just needed the permission, unsure of what was going on. But we have our game underway now. Another roster change night from Team Galactic, subbing out Sente for nobody. Again, they've been unsuccessful with their substitution for this game, for the series Bolton the AFK. We might have a crash here from Bolton. Let me just check in with the team outside of the lobby here to ensure everything's going on. That's supposed to be going on. And as I'm attending to other use, Scrub puts Galactic on the board with a nice clear here. Bolton able to recover that initial little slump he had there. Able to assist as well on the goal, putting them up 1. First lead, I do believe, from Team Galactic in this year's. Unless I've missed some in game 1. But as we move on, Kami just gets a light touch on the ball there, tempo. Nobody, Scripts. Nobody able to collect. Over Scripts, gets a nice touch backboard. Kami there to clear. Team Hydra on low boost here. The only player with boost would be Tempo here, but he's in an awkward position now with that clear. Gets it, maybe a second touch. No, unlucky. Scrub misses, nobody. Woke Tempo and Kami doubled up on the wall there. Unsure of what's going on. Bolton. Kami. Nobody here. Nobody there, and nobody on the ball as well. But we do see a player on there. You know, nobody jokes. It's the same as with who's on first base, who's on third base. These jokes don't get old ever. But now we have the player in question again, challenging Tempo here for the ball. Scrub with a nice shot here. Now, folks, if you're a Team Hydra fan, this is an unfortunate sight here, but. That's a crisp goal. A nice team play here from Scrub with the send and PC Scripts with the finish there. If this was on the proper net, this would be the highlight of the evening if this was on the proper net from the proper teammates. But Galactic moves up a 1. Kame about to nullify the lead. Back to 1. No, Tempo sends it up high. Denied by the crossbar. PC Scripts. Up again. Mr. Crossbar is not Team Hydra's friend this game. Specifically here. Kami Neutron, a double commit there from Team Galactic. PC Scripts, the post, it's just never ending here. There must be some magnets. Maybe we should check Team Galactic's locker room here for post magnets. Maybe they've stuck something into the ball and made it impossible for Team Hydra to score here going forward. But Kami Neutron disproves me immediately. A nice setup here. Maybe a little overzealous there on defense from Team Galactic as 2 players just double commit into the corner and leave themselves wide open. The score has now shrunk by 1 going into almost the 3rd minute of the game. We have Scrub on the ball here. Easy skips up to challenge, a nice touchdown, but Bolton only there to carry. Kame. As time takes it slow, under 1 over second. No, nobody gets there. Tempo with a clear. Bolt and PC scripts. Unable to get the clear there. Nobody. Neutron, Tempo. There, the only one back, but Scripts gets there in time to clear that for his teammate. Easy Scripts with another touch, maybe a third, maybe it's his fourth. No, Bolton gets it. Ball just kind of mirror batting its way into the midfield here. Tempo with a nice backwards range, able to follow over Scrub. A nice play from, I do believe Tempo would be the lowest rated currently fielded player here by Team Hydra and in the series as a whole. What a shot! Almost just, but a little too high, a little too left by Camus from there. A little too in is PC Scripts with this one. Right here, a nice setup by Tempo here. Nice fake out for nobody, and SBC Scrap unable to get there. The series is even 2 apiece at 2 minutes remaining. Tempo on kickoff against nobody. Interesting that if he went on the kickoff against nobody and the ball still, you know, ended up behind him. Again, these actions were... Kame shuts me up as he should with another goal. This time Mr. Crossbar a little lenient with the boys, affording them to go up one once more again in this game, in the series. 3-2 Hydra. Maybe. Eventually. Getting closer and closer to that sweet, sweet victory in Game 3. Nobody on the ball here. PC Script. Scrub on low boost. Unable to child properly. Script again pinching out. Unfortunate direction it took. Gaming Neutron with a clear bolt and nobody. Scrub here. Tempo. Gammy unable to clear, leaving it to Scripts. Low boost. Unfortunate position here. Scrub may be able to doom see it. Ooh, almost links up there with bolt end. But alas, they get no shot off. The ball's just kind of hanging around in the corner here. Unsure of where to go next, where to be sent. Bolton into nobody. Nobody maybe with this game. Ooh, it gets the reset off. PC Scripts able to clear. A double commit here with Cami Neutron, who gets the mid boost. Able to challenge bolt end. Scrub in an awkward position. Good 50 from him though. A nice steam pinch there from the captain and nobody. Scripts and Tempo doubled up on the back wall. Scripts out to Kame. Ooh, just that bit left, but will he be able to finish? He will. Team Galactic Defense just unable to scurry all the way back into their own net. Nobody getting stuck on the mid boost on the left here. And that will be an easy slot for the 271 rated captain of Hydra. As we get into the final 45 seconds of the game, we have Bolton going up for it, Tempo leading it away with a demo to bat. Kame and PC Scripts both left kind of in an awkward position here, but nothing they can, you know, salvage here. Tempo gets the best read of the game I think we've seen from him. The 166 rated player stepping up to bat, getting a top left off a beautiful send by Kame. And I think, folks, I feel like this was the dagger here. I do not believe Team Galactic is able to come back from here. Maybe with some altruistic magic from the Rocket League gods, they will be able to DDoS their opponents, or maybe get them demoed out. Scrub misses the double touch, just barely. Again, the post just magnetic tonight for both teams. Cameo puts in the dagger, 15 seconds out. And folks, I think we can all agree here that the series, long awaited for, just ended in a soft scramble of the eggs in the Team Galactic basket. Tempo here just trying to finish out the game, stalling for time. Scripts trying to maybe get one more for the pad, for the stat pad. Scrub just getting one over Kami to flex the mix on him. But we have Team Hydra sweeping Team Galactic with a final score in Game 3 of 6-2. Now let's quickly look at the stats here. Stat line coming again, finally putting the pedal to the metal with 863 points. Nobody even close to him, double over what his next closest teammate had. And yeah, folks, there's not much to say here about the series. It finished as fast as it got to our table, as fast as it got to our TVs here, to our phones, to our PCs. And the only thing left to talk about right now before we do head out for the night is what waits next. Now, if we look into the weekly schedule with no longer my previous asset, but with me this time, please and thank you, we will look into what's been, what's happened, and what's happening in and around the league. Now, the nearest future scheduled match would be between HSA Gaming and Lag Esports on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's something to watch out for here. The rest of the matches, we had a triple header here. The scores will get updated shortly. But just to quickly recap, we had one NE Esports edging out Tier 1 3-0 on the series, then followed up by just a nerve-wracking series with Lone Star Velocity and Zave Esports. Zave Esports getting the reverse sweep 3-2 on the series. Just fantastic games, fantastic casting again from my colleague before me. And now we have another sweep on the day. 2 sweeps, 1 reverse sweep. We can just say it's all sweeps tonight. Just get the brooms and get the janitors here, because it's a broom party. But now, seeing what is planned and what has happened, as you can see, the Reapers and Team Bloom game already counted up on the score sheet. Let's just have a slight look on who we can spread the good word of Champions League to. I will be, excited having you here, or one of my colleagues here, next time a game goes live. Again, if nothing happens, the nearest game actually could be Nameless Esports on Saturday. The time is yet in discussion, but it looks like late to be 6 p.m. Eastern on this Saturday. So watch out for that. It will most likely be a double header there with the previous game. But I'll be looking forward to you guys then. Until then, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the follow, Troy, B4, and thank you everyone else who has attended today's triple header. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. And that is it for today's broadcast. Peace. Actually, for those still in earshot, I completely forgot to announce we're going to be raiding out and spreading the good word of CL. That's something I said, but we need to do it through a raid. If anyone has any recommendations, and we do still have you in earshot here, I would love to hear about some, RL scene recommendations here. Unless the goat herself, Shadow Dweller, has someone in mind. Looking at you, Shadow. If not, I do not see anyone. No, I think I do believe I can fly. I do believe I can touch the sky like our players today. Beautiful aerial plays here. Something definitely watch out for Clip's channel. Vex Purples is suitable in the Rocket League genre, but not suitable for the message this league is trying to portray. Let's try we can try this person. Unless there's an org playing. See, this is what happens when we have a everything series. When we have multiple everything series on a day, we get stumped and we do not know who to, bless with our talent. Let's just do this one to close up the night. Or that's correct, I believe. And let's see. Okay, folks, everyone here, please join the raid here. We're going to be spreading the good word of Champions League. Get your pants ready, and let's get this journey on the way. Again, signing off for good this time is Ufen, and I'll see you next time on Champions League.